Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Herbert going to go to the air right away. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. He's flying in there and dropping it for the sack.
A big loss on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
So a tough early challenge here, 2nd and long after the sack. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Here's Herbert. Looking left side, and it's complete. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line.
At their own 11-yard line.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 1st down, it's gone. And that's complete downfield to Cooks. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. Here's gone. There again is Cooks, complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. So we just called his name on the previous snap, and they go right back to him, Charles, for a 2nd consecutive completion.
Yeah, I think what we're discovering on this drive is that he feels like he has answers no matter what defense you throw up there. He reads it, finds the open spot, and is available for the completion.
They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. Still a couple yards short of 1st as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. 3rd and 2. Goff. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Now the Ravens bring out the field goal unit here. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. A lot of energy in this building tonight, but the opening drive produces 3. Maybe quiets them just a bit, at least momentarily.
Just a little, right? That's all you're asking for, right? Things just getting started. You know they haven't taken the momentum totally here, but at the same time, they like what they've done here in the early going.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle, and they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. The Vikings at 500 and 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Back to throw here, Herbert. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. That'll go for only 17 yards on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And, Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now. Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On the option left, here's Goff. And he is going to lose yardage here. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
17.
Throwing on third. Goff. Going up top. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Vikings are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. After the turnover, here's Herbert. This one caught by Kittle. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Herbert. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. They'll try and run for it. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
On 2nd and 10, Goff. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives him much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Goff on 3rd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
Well, those have been a problem for them all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Second down and 8. play action. It's Herbert. Touchdown, Vikings! Jamar Chase with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Lunt's good on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this two shall pass, and if I kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And yet again, Goff is intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsom. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be second down. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Escaping the pressure right. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, tried his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
They'll try to run this one in. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on fourth down, may as well make them punt it. Let's think here. You're still just in the second quarter. You taking the 3 points?
I am taking the 3 points, and I'm just relying on my defense here. Show me I have a little confidence in them, and let the offense know, nice drive. Come back next time. We'll go get 6 then, but for now, we'll take the 3.
The kick by Lutz is good, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
It's a squib kick that still makes its way down inside the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. With only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just 1 snap of the football. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. So we're at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaughan. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. This is going to be returned from mid. And deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And it looks like the offense did get the football back, but it is clearly in that end zone, and it's going to be a safety.
That's exactly what they were aiming for defensively. A huge early play that cuts off any opposing momentum at the knees. As soon as that snap was made, they were flying to the ball and through the line. Great call from the coaching staff, and even better execution.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Complete to number 16. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 45-yard line.
On second down, they'll run it here. Ooh, the juke. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he stopped immediately there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Herbert now. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Ravens force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, this could start getting a little more interesting.
They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they had just picked it off to get the football. They fumble it right back. I looked over to both sidelines. A lot of scrambling to find the helmets.
Yeah, you can almost, both sides are screaming sudden change. Because when sudden change happens, that's a defensive call to get back out on the field. There's been a fumble, so an interception, some type of a turnover. You've got to get back out there and play. These guys just want to get to the bench and gather themselves and regroup a little bit. Let's see if these offenses can settle in and start taking care of the ball a little bit better. Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Herbert's throw pulled in by Kittle. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to have it here at their own 15. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the 2nd sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
And he finds... to get this one back up to his 20.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line. A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Back to throw, Goff. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Obviously searching for their first touchdown this game, partner. That quick 3 and out, that's not going to achieve that at all. Give victory to the secondary there. They brought out tight coverage on that 3rd down snap.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And the last time out, they had the good drive going. You get in the red zone, they throw the interception. Not their first pick of the game either, so we'll see if they're more careful or cautious here on this drive.
Yeah, nothing worse than repeat mistakes, right? You end up covering the ball up, you end up throwing a pick, everything goes awry. And now, points don't go up on the board. I just heard a fan scream out, I thought the idea was to score points. Yeah, they're getting a little restless, too.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. Touchdown, Vikings! Amon-Ra St. Brown, 44 yards. And the Vikings are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
Brandon, what we just saw there were two guys who were in sync. The person delivering the ball, but especially the person running the route. Tremendous job. It results in a terrific play.
Lutz with the extra point. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Here's Goff. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Gone. And this is going to fall to the ground. Incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back, but it will be a loss on the play. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Pat Freiermuth, 29 yards. And the Ravens are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now a big play here as the Ravens are going to go for the 2-point conversion. Goff looking to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. In the 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And some room to work. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 61 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah.
Touchdown! Jamar Chase, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Vikings look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Runs good on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. He will return this from deep in the end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30. He will score. Touchdown, Ravens.
And as we've talked to special teams coaches, that theme of being aggressive continues to come through, doesn't it? When they moved the kickoff back to the 35, it was going to cut down on the number of opportunities. But if you've got a special guy, you give him the green light no matter where he fields in the end zone. And in this case, it paid off handsomely.
He fielded it deep in the range of emotions. Maybe like, oh, no, don't. And then all of a sudden you see him break in. You're like, yeah, way to go.
Yeah, sometimes you have to remind your head coach that he approved the green light for bringing it out from deep in the end zone. And that's exactly why he did.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there. It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. Coming up on 2nd and 7. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And some space here. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They're going to pass here with Herbert. He's got it. This is Ware. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Now Herbert. And that will be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good. Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained. And he loses the football a second time. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
So just 3 yards on the completion there, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 23-yard line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. That a good move, but only able to work it to the 20-yard line. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close. This
will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's Devin White, the linebacker, and the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never